Coming up next, I have crossed oceans of movies. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Blah, blah, blah.
From one of the most celebrated filmmakers of our time comes the most unforgettable love story of all time.
Who are you?
Dracula. Gary Oldman, Winona Ryder, Anthony Hopkins, Keanu Reeves in a Francis Ford Coppola film. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I give you life eternal.
At theaters Friday.
The mad and macabre.
Oh, what monster could have done this?
I'm just gonna bash your brains.
Live or die. Make your choice.
Wake up, little girl.
Playtime's over.
You don't know what death is.
Sliced and diced.
Welcome to All Guts So Gory, the horror movie podcast. Our movie today is from 1992, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Hi, it's me, Charlie. I'm with Justin and Mike, and I think we're going to have a good time today.
Right. We should have labeled this episode All Guts So Horny.
I mean, this movie delivers.
I want to see your boobs.
It's a very horny movie.
But I have a confession to make. This movie does not crack my top 100 list.
Oh,
Me
as
neither.
in
So-
horror movies?
But you-
It's a
but you
horror
picked
movie.
it.
But I picked it. Okay, so I picked this movie because we did that halfway through the year, we're going to look at the Mount Rushmore of the characters. And prepping for that one, I was like, how the fuck did Dracula not make it into the inaugural class
And I'm
of
gonna-
immortal villains?
I'll tell you why. Because he's not represented well in movies.
That's true.
And
At least modern.
Mike and I talked about this briefly, and I said there's over 200 Dracula movies, and that's the most of any villain. And Mike said, well, no, Frankenstein. So I Googled it.
That's exactly how he said. He said, no Frankenstein.
And actually, Dracula they only said over 100. I read somewhere like 218 plus. And then Frankenstein was over 50, but still by far running away with it, way past any of the other villains out there on the immortal scale.
Yeah, they might even. There's movies that aren't Frankenstein movies, but Frankenstein's in it, and that's probably where they get the count up into the
little
hundreds.
team up.
Same thing with Dracula. They probably show Dracula
Like
or
Monster
Dracula
Squad and
count.
stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
in like hundreds of movies.
After the Bela Lugosi Dracula movie in like 31 or 31, like the 40s, 50s, 60s, and even into the 70s, like you couldn't go through a year without having 2 or 3 Dracula-based movies.
For sure. I mean, like
Dracula, Son of Dracula, just like Dog of Dracula. But Dracula's the main character.
I'd
right?
watch Dog of Dracula, probably.
Well, why not?
You should have picked the 1931 one. It's 74 minutes and not like 7 hours. Like
yeah.
Bram
This
Stoker's
is 2 hours, 7 minutes, and 32 seconds. I
Tight 7 minutes. Wait.
It does. And so, saying all that, yeah, this isn't one of my favorite movies. It looked like it was more of a vehicle for the actors and actresses of the day. Let's get them all in this one movie.
Yeah.
And let's base it on Bram Stoker's book. That'll give it some street cred. But now when you search it, like on IMDb or anything like that, it's just Dracula.
Right.
The movie
They dropped
title
the Bram Stoker's from the
on
title.
the opening credits is Bram Stoker's Dracula. That's
That's
the title
That's
of the
the
movie.
original title, yeah.
Correct.
So
Somewhere along the way, they dropped it.
yeah.
Because it's not that much like the book. I mean, it has the same outline of events, but, they turned it into
Loosely
a different...
based.
Well, we can talk about that a little
The
later.
Bram
I'm sure
Stoker
you got
estate was
some.
like, hey, this Keanu Reeves performance, we don't want to be associated with it.
Oh my God!
Poor-
You guys,
okay.
when you guys,
I'm
do
gonna
you want to
start
hit
to
that
say-
now, or do you want to
We can
hit
wait.
as we go through the cast?
We'll go through the cast
Let's go
later.
through the cast. But I'm going to say it's okay, Keanu.
I love.
There's
Keanu
other
Reeves.
things that were worse.
By all accounts, a great human being. Like if anyone was going to get the powers of Superman on Earth, like we all had to vote, I'd vote Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
You would be Ryan Gosling second.
I'd vote for you, Charlie.
Well, thanks. It would be a bad decision on your part.
One of those brides looks suspiciously like you, Charlie. Was that you on Keanu's nuts?
Okay, 1992, because I really want to get to that part of this. 92 is when this movie came out. What were you guys doing in 92?
So 92 was a banner year for me. I was 7 going on 8.
7.
And I feel like when I looked at the list of movies that came out in 92, it's where I remember vividly a lot of trips to the movies. I made a list for you guys of the movies that I saw in the theater as a 7-year-old going on 8.
Oh my God.
Wayne's World, Beethoven, The Babe, Batman Returns, A League of Their Own. I like baseball if you can't tell. Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. Maybe my first horror movie in the theater, Pet Sematary 2. Eddie Furlong, man.
That's a good one.
The Mighty Ducks, Mr. Baseball. And then in the theaters at the same time that Bram Stoker's Dracula was, Home Alone 2 and Aladdin.
You saw all of those in one year?
All of those in 1 year as a
As a
7-year-old.
7-year-old?
Charlie's thinking,
My
brag
parents
much?
were like,
I
yeah.
gotta up my game.
So I don't know. Maybe it was just a good year for movies, or like, hey, we can go do stuff inside. Like, we just took the boys to see the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and they were good during it. But I asked them like later, like, what'd you think of it? And then I asked them, I was like, so what happened? Like, what happened in the movie? And like, they couldn't tell me one thing that happened in the movie. They're just like, I don't know.
I have that.
And maybe that's just because
Like,
they're
kids,
3 and
yeah.
6.
I know they're kids.
But I'd like to, I was like just curious, like where their mind space
Yeah, I
is
paid
at.
$40 for us to go to the movies. You can tell me 4 words about the movie. Right? Yeah.
Exactly. And I feel like, if you asked me after going to see A League of Their Own, like, what was that about? I could tell you, like, it was a girls' baseball league that sprung up and girls were playing baseball.
You would have been able to tell them
I'd at least be able to say something about it.
there's no crying in baseball. You would
There's
have said
crying
there's no crying in baseball.
For sure. Like, what happened in Home Alone 2? They left their kid at home again. Like,
Bricks
I
to the
could
head.
Tell you something about it. But so maybe when you're like 7, 8 years old is when you can actually start forming like thoughts or, of what you've seen and be able to be like, I like that, I didn't like that, or whatever. But I don't know. Anyway, that was my 1992.
But you didn't see it in 92.
I didn't see Dracula in 1992. No, I saw that later on, probably still in high school. Maybe caught it on HBO Cinemax one night. And that was actually the last time I watched it, because before rewatching it for this, frankly, I just didn't like it. And so I never really revisited it. Revisiting it now, I went into it more of an open mind to be like, okay, I like Gary Oldman. I like Keanu Reeves, Anthony Hopkins, like a better idea of, what he's all about. Like, I just like a lot of these actors and appreciate their work.
What year was Silence of the Lambs?
91.
Okay.
Which I still didn't see that till later on in life.
You
like
did
in high
double
school.
feature.
Just when you start
Dracula.
thinking everything.
But then I went into this, like, this rewatch was like, all right, I'm going to open mind. I still found this shit fucking boring. It's like, the Shakespeare of it all is just not for me.
Yeah.
Overacted, underacted, like scenes just not really connecting with each other.
Right.
Like there was just like a series of bits, I felt like, and not like a narrative to the story. I don't know. Just I thought maybe being more mature, I'd appreciate it, and I do appreciate that some of the acting performances. But
Yeah.
man, it's just a slog of a movie.
The
man.
3 brides, you really appreciated them.
No martyrs, but
I've got a similar thoughts to Mike, maybe a little higher on it than he is. So I looked at my IMDb rating because, you review movies on there, and I guess nostalgia maybe graded as an 8 because I haven't seen it in a long time, probably 30 years, right? So maybe 28 years, a long time ago. How about that? But yeah, I had to drop it down to at most a 7 on this one, I think. And
That's generous.
it's kind of all over the place. I'm sure Charlie's going to get in this, but
we're going to.
Coppola takes huge swings. Nobody's going to ever accuse him of half-assing anything.
No.
So when you take big swings, sometimes you hit it out of the park and sometimes you look foolish. I'm not quite sure where I land on all of this.
I don't think foolish
Definitely
is the
not
right
foolish.
word.
Okay.
It won
3
some
awards,
Oscars
yeah.
for the costume
Academy
design and
Awards.
set design, like makeup effects, things
Sure.
like that.
He went all out.
But I think just the story itself is, I don't think it's a story that maybe Americans like, and we'll talk about it with the box office numbers too. But that when I looked at those numbers, it raised a question. But
Sure, we'll have a Dracula.
this was the era of horror too, where slashers are dead. I don't like
true.
the term elevated horror because I hate that term. It's
You
like,
love it.
what do you think you're better than us? Like, you're not. But this is the part of horror where they start trying to win Oscars, right? Like Silence of the Lambs, Jacob's Ladder, Misery, are just like they're smarter horror movies. Slashers are dying. Like, we're up to like Slumber Party Massacre 3, Silent Night, Deadly Night 4. Like, Dracula, they're trying to win Oscars with this.
Yeah.
I could see that maybe.
Did win 3 of them.
It did win 3. It was very much a romanticized version of Dracula and very focused on the love. So it almost has a hard time being a horror movie the whole time. Wouldn't you say? There's a lot of
yeah.
seduction.
Still takes Chainsaw Massacre,
pining. It's-
which I watched last night
Did
with
you?
Olivia for the first time.
Nice.
But yeah, so this definitely ushered in like the interview with the vampire type things, and then later
Right.
the Twilights and stuff where there's more behind. These aren't just killing creatures. These are lovable creatures.
Right, and it's Americanized. We'll say it that way. We, as Americans, are from Europe mostly, but a lot of Americans come from a lot of different parts of the world, and a lot of cultures. They say like every culture around the world has a vampire mythology. Not exactly. Like there's the Dracula, Americanized in our head vampires, but even in Europe, they have different ideas of what vampires are and what they do and why they do it and how you kill them and how they survive. And like in Asia, they have like something sort of like a vampire, but even in Asia, Asia, we say like, we eat Italian food, French food, Mexican food,
Melting pot is where you're going.
English, and then we just say Asian food. Like Asia's just one country.
Yeah, don't be racist.
No,
All of
I-
their
I
stuff
say-
is
I
real.
say Chinese food still.
But you're talking about Japanese
But-
food when
Or
you say
Korean
it.
barbecue.
But it all
or-
gets,
yeah.
we don't say European food.
No.
But all their stuff kind of gets lumped together.
Mm-hmm.
And this whole thing about vampires, like, it's just kind of all over the place. But yeah, I agree. Especially once Hollywood got a hold of the vampire, it became they're thinking, living creatures with, human motivations. And but if you watch like, what was this? The Strogoi? Something like that. It was like a Russian or a Czech vampire movie. It was like, what the fuck is this?
I think most people that try to tackle Dracula nowadays focus on a much shorter story to tell within the whole Bram Stoker story. Like the Voyage of the Demeter was actually the one part that was missing from this movie, right? They went into
Oh, it's in the movie.
a little bit, yes, but it doesn't go like that's a feature-length movie
Okay.
nowadays, right? Is what I'm
Gotcha.
saying. So where we're learning about his lore, that probably would have been a flashback in modern movies, right? So that would have been just a 3-minute, 5-minute flashback, and then he's entering London, or another flashback to the Demeter, but not trying to be both and including Harker's.
Was it Demeter? Was that part of the Bram Stoker book?
Well, it's
So, yeah.
So, Charlie, do you have the similar buyer's remorse of picking Dracula for this pod as Justin had for picking Hellraiser? Do you remember? Do you
Not
remember this differently than
you
do now?
I saw this originally in the theater. I was like 23 years old, in the Air Force, in the level of the Air Force where you do a lot of floor mopping and,
Yeah.
sweeping and, pulling weeds out of dirt in the front of the
Yeah.
commander's office and shit like that. And I was into all those. Like when I saw the cast, I was like, wow, this is awesome. I know everybody in the cast. Even the bit parts were great. And so I remember the movie well enough. Like if I hadn't seen it in 30 years, I feel like I would remember enough of the movie. But I watched the movie throughout the 90s. It was just one of those you would just throw in, or you would see it. But over time, it hasn't aged well. There are better horror movies coming out every day, and then it slowly gets pushed down in the ranking and pushed down in like, God, the acting is just so hard to overcome sometimes, and we'll get to that hopefully soon when we get to. I say we just go through it when we get to the cast.
Yeah.
Movie taglines. The one on the poster, "Love Never Dies." Mm-hmm. Like we were shitting on the ones that were like super long. These are like, one of them is "Beware."
Hey, beware. There we go.
Beware.
Maybe not long enough.
"The Blood is Life." These are like too short. I mean, "Love Never Dies."
"Love Never Dies" is solid.
It fits the movie because that's what it's about.
Right.
But
yeah. It's not a sentence. I mean, it's a short sentence, which is what you want your tagline to be.
Right.
It fits.
It's
I don't mind it.
Yeah. So the box office for this, Coppola went all out. He spent a lot on set design. It was all filmed in L.A., all on set. The whole goddamn thing is a set.
What did he spend?
He spent a lot of money on the set, the costume design. He wanted to go all out on building the atmosphere, and obviously was forced to take this cast and then just... it seems like he was asleep at the wheel as far as directing goes, but we don't know how many takes each Keanu Reeves scene took. So maybe that was the best he could get out of him.
It seems like one take each.
But I don't know. So $40 million. They didn't travel anywhere. No, these were all young A-listers at the time.
True.
Even Oldman wasn't as big as he is now. So the budget wasn't spent on actors. And Hopkins had just come off of Silence of the Lambs, so he still wasn't able to pull what he was probably pulling in the early odds.
So they used a lot of miniatures and a lot of like 19th century effects, like the backdrops and the shadow puppets and things like that to keep that budget right. So
like herky-jerky.
So I think 40 million is not that bad though, right?
Probably a lot on the cast.
It's a big cast.
Yeah. It looks like lots of this movie is shot like it's a stage play, right?
Right, and that's on purpose, right?
Yeah,
it's for sure.
So gross U.S. and Canada was $82.5 million. The opening weekend was $30 million, which is even today is a
good opening.
Not bad. Good opening.
Yeah.
And then like 215 million worldwide.
That's what raised the eyebrows for me. Is sometimes you get movies where it's the worldwide number is close to the American number, but
it doesn't do well overseas,
or it just doesn't do well, or it's not marketed over there, or it's just not their thing, or whatever.
I think it speaks to what Charlie
82 here and 215 million, so more than double worldwide.
Well, worldwide doesn't.
That's where I'm like, maybe Americans just aren't into this. Like I don't know how Nosferatu did. That came out in end of 24. I don't know.
Did well with the awards and stuff. I think, but
so did this. But
I
82 million here.
So,
but did more than double worldwide. Like how many movies have we covered that's been?
That happens in more recent,
right?
Because the buying market in China and India is just so fucking huge now.
Mm-hmm.
If they like a movie, they can triple, quadruple.
Yeah.
What we pay.
What's a triple, quadruple? Is that like dodeca?
They triple it or quadruple it. They triple.
It's not triple
comma.
times 12. Oh, okay.
I'm not a person who talks periods and commas and quote and hashtag.
If you could start,
put those in yourself.
If you could start for this podcast, that'd be great. 3
Academy Awards. It won a bunch of Saturn, Chainsaw Awards. I mean, it was just like the list was so long. I just stopped at 3 Academy Awards, and all of them were for like sound editing, set design, and costume. So that's where all the money went, and he really did a good job on that.
So real quick, the budget for Nosferatu, which came out in the end of 24,
it's gonna be huge.
$50 million budget.
Oh,
made 95 million here, made 181 million worldwide. So again, made not as stark. Not as
the
stark.
Worldwide
181 million. I think that includes
ours,
number.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
So it's like, some movies just don't do that. Like it'll say if it says 100 million US, maybe it's like 120 worldwide or something.
Yeah.
But here, I mean, with Dracula stuff, it's just worldwide. It's just way more popular.
Maybe it was really big in Europe. I don't know.
Could be.
Well, it's
Really
a European
big in
story.
Romania.
Yeah,
right?
it's definitely I mean, it's a London story. It's British. It's,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
Okay. Director Francis Ford Coppola.
You mean Sophia's dad?
You've heard of him,
No,
Charlie?
Nick's brother.
Remind Charlie.
Nick's uncle.
Nick's uncle. Sorry.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
Do you care who made the chili in this one?
I don't really care, but I know his name.
Oh, yeah. It's a huge name.
I know his
right?
daughter's name.
Godfather.
Obviously,
trilogy,
Godfather.
Apocalypse
Nephew's
Now.
name.
Conversation.
Yeah.
Or is that what it's, yeah.
Apocalypse Now, The Outsiders.
Right. Yeah. Some
Yeah.
really huge hits.
Huge.
Yeah. We don't
Huge.
need to go into all his
And
misses,
you need to
but-
be huge for me to recognize. And
Right.
even then, sometimes I don't.
So,
Like Wan, James Wan.
so I kind of, I feel like his, what's the one he just did? Megalopolis or something.
Megalopolis, yeah.
Yeah, he
Haven't
did
seen
something similar where he took the Adam Drivers and the Shia LaBeoufs and I think, yeah, just a bunch of the young it kind of people and retold the story. And I think this one feels similar to that, where it's like you're trying to tackle this huge thing, just put fresh faces on there and hope for the best.
That seems like the formula for this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It paid off at the bank.
Yeah.
Took it to
but,
the bank, laughed his way to the bank.
Yeah, yeah. The critics liked it. Ebert gave it a 3 out of 4 stars. I mean, the popcorn is like a 69, or the tomato is a 69, the popcorn is a 79. So it's a generally liked movie, but it just kind of sits in the mid-range for me as far as it has rewatchability, but we'll get to it when we get to the actors. That's where the movie goes.
I say let's
Hard off the
go
rails.
around the room and say something nice about the movie real quick.
It was beautiful. It was very pretty.
Right. I think Dracula's design was really cool. I love that they showed the different forms of him.
Yep.
That was really cool. You
Yeah.
don't always get that. Mike, your turn.
No, yeah, I mean, the stuff that it won awards for rightfully should have. I mean, the costume design, the makeup, practical effects here, not CGI to death. I always appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know, that's what my takeaway from it is a beautifully shot movie.
Ideal length for this movie, Mike?
No, a little long.
It was a little.
Yeah, I
it was a
think they
little
could have
long.
shaved
There was
a
just
little bit.
Two hours
much
and 8
going
minutes.
on.
Yeah.
I think 145. I
Which-
think they could have told this in
Which weirdly made it
145.
seem like it was boring.
Yeah.
Weirdly, yeah.
Because you can't like lash onto something and follow it through. It's just like, here's, and then we'll wait. And then, well, wait a minute. Hold on. I mean, it was just.
And I don't even understand. I don't know much of the Dracula lore other than like garlic, sunlight, stake in the heart, you know, across whatever. Like, I didn't know Dracula had a lawyer. Like,
Well, he had to secure.
know, I'm just
he had
like-
to
wore
secure-
sunglasses.
that is a good point, but I do believe that was in the book, and him coming to London and buying some real estate, and that's how
Yeah.
Renfield
Right.
fits into place, right? Which
and Harker.
Harker
Yeah.
Well,
subsequently,
we'll get to that, but there's some. For me, that's a big plot hole.
he's probably got a
we'll get
notary that he.
Okay, so the writers, Bram Stoker is credited as one of the writers.
Yeah.
I'm sure no one in his family got a nickel.
Well,
Because they all
if you-
died 180 years
if
ago.
you're credited, I think the estate would get something. Right, I do believe that was Taylor Swift's point in co-crediting George Michael's estate with one of her songs that she wrote.
Or maybe there's
recently.
no state, nobody out there.
Oh, and I mean, it's probably,
it's probably public domain
right?
by now. That's why there's like so many movies.
Right.
It's so easy to do it.
They
but
should do a
there's no-
Steamboat Willie and Dracula crossover kind of movie.
And
I'd
Popeye.
watch
Steamboat?
it. Yeah, and Popeye.
yeah.
Okay. All right, let's get to it. The actors.
And Winnie the Pooh.
Gary Oldman. He's a great actor. He plays Dracula, obviously.
What?
And the scene, when he's in a scene, I mean, one of the things I read was that Keanu Reeves was so far out of his depth in this role that anytime he was in a scene with Gary Oldman, he would just get blown out. It was like he
Yeah.
wasn't even there. You could have put a yellow dog in the seat to do what Keanu Reeves was doing. And no notes. I mean, he was like, who said, oh, when we did Carrie, you thought the mother was it you, Mike, that said the mother was like maybe was she overacting?
Yeah, I asked, was
Like,
she overacting or
Gary
she just
Oldman
is she preaching?
Played a 400-year-old vampire with a broken heart still. Who likes
Gravitas.
to eat people and like don't talk shit about it.
Oh yeah, when Keanu laughed,
Like it's
bitch,
I
don't laugh
rewatched that again. I was like, he made a joke about it. It
Yeah.
didn't go so well.
he went, ha, ha.
And he goes, ha, ha. And so like, then there's like no laughing matter. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to work on the script or tone down the scene.
Don't be a dick, Dracula. That's what I was
But
thinking.
Gary Oldman, and
Love Gary
through
Oldman.
every single part of the
Everything.
I think was great.
Yeah.
And let's just skip to the next person I would like.
Are we skipping over
do
Gary?
hot. Okay, go ahead. Give me some more
Oh,
Gary.
my
Do we
gosh.
want to go into all the great movies he's been in?
Well, Fifth Element, The Professional. He's in that Slow Horse. No, like, he's
Tinker,
awesome.
Tailor,
Tinker
Soldier,
That's a slowest burn. That I don't know if Mike could make it through that
but
one.
very good.
It's so good,
It's
though.
Still good.
But yeah, Gary Oldman is one of
He's
my
in
favorite
a
actors.
British,
one of the most capable out there.
situational. He plays like an MI5, like relegated to the back. It's called Slough House.
Oh yeah,
The place is
Yeah,
called
Slow
Slough
Horses,
House,
yeah.
but they call them Slow Horses. Right?
yeah, he's great. Mortal Beloved was even good when he was a horny Beethoven. I was like, what the hell?
What about the one where he played a dwarf?
Oh, whose brother was he?
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, I never saw it. I never saw it, but I
either.
saw it on TikTok where like they're like, is this a real movie?
Yes.
Yeah. No, he's good.
Yeah. So he earns Dracula on the heels of playing Lee Harvey Oswald in JFK.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's great, man.
Amazing in that. And then after Dracula knocks out my favorite movie, True Romance,
Oh right.
plays Drexel Spivey, a white
Right.
pimp who thinks he's black.
Did he have a British
I
accent?
think he had like a Jamaican. Didn't he? Was like playing a Jamaican.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
he had dreadlocks and he had scars on his face. And
He's brave. He's brave.
It's not white
Much-
boy day, is it?
Much like
No,
Coppola,
it ain't white boy day.
he does not no half-ass performances from
No.
him. Right.
I know I'm pretty,
Oh,
but I ain't
The
as pretty.
Professional?
Yep. I
He
meant
was the bad cop in The
Right.
Professional. Oh, he was so good.
But yeah, no, True Romance he's amazing in that, and he's only in it like 10 minutes maybe, but yeah, Tony Scott called him to offer him the part and was like, "You're like, so you're a white drug dealer who thinks he's black," and before he could get like any more out, he's like, "I'm in." Like he was like, "I'm in." Like sounds good. Tony.
I love the actors that are like, "Hey, I want to be different than I was in the last movie." You know,
he's definitely different.
You know, Chris Pratt's no shitting on Chris Pratt, but like he's always Chris Pratt, right?
He's Chris Pratt and everything.
Right.
Sylvester
Even when he's
Stallone
Garfield.
and Sylvester
We could-
Stallone and everything.
Wrong movie, guys. We could go off on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
But yeah, we need to give
Gary
Gary
Oldman.
Oldman his flowers.
yes,
For sure.
for sure, for definite.
Commissioner Gordon, by the way.
Yeah. And then we have Anthony Hopkins. So he played the priest in the beginning, and then he plays Van Helsing. And I like actors who play a character instead of be themselves, but now they're this character.
Right.
Like Robert De Niro is Robert De Niro in every single movie. He's the same guy. I just like to see
An angrier version of him sometimes.
angrier, nicer. It's still Robert De
In
Niro.
his older age, yeah. But
Yeah.
Al Pacino.
back in the day,
I mean,
no,
you say hoo ha.
no,
That doesn't make you
No.
Settle down.
Stop.
Settle down.
You're way out of bounds here.
He's
Get
the
out of
same
here.
person.
Get out of here.
Anthony Hopkins.
Recently, yeah, and there's things that
Okay.
he does because you can impersonate like Pacino because he has certain mannerisms, certain tics that come out in some of the roles he plays. But if you go back, there is a big, giant
He
difference in
changes,
how
yeah.
he plays Michael Corleone, to how he plays Serpico, to how he plays Dog Day Afternoon. They're
I agree with
so,
Mike
so
on this.
different.
I agree with Mike.
In you know,
I don't know.
they're not. He's not just Al Pacino in all those. He becomes
Right,
those
and
people that he's playing.
There's a growth of Michael Corleone. He doesn't even play Michael in
So
each
what
one.
do you guys think about Anthony Hopkins?
All right, so Anthony Hopkins is great in his older films, but this one I feel like the director could have stepped in and been like, your accent's a little weird, you're acting a little, I mean, he's supposed to be off the rails, unhinged,
Yeah.
and a little menacing in some ways, but like there's times where it came off a little too hokey for me. But I do like Anthony Hopkins
He's
a lot.
English, and this is an English movie, and he's not using his
Well, he's
regular English
he's
accent.
Van Helsing, so he's
Van
Dutch.
Helsing.
He's Dutch,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Dutch.
Yeah.
That explains.
Do you think he's the priest? from the beginning.
He was the priest from the beginning.
I know he was, but I mean, do you think he's just a priest? Because he's like, there's a part in the movie where he says,
I've been chasing him.
I've been chasing him my whole life.
No.
Why? How do you know? This guy's been sitting in Romania 400 years. You don't fucking know who he is.
He had the book. He had the lore. He had the book and all the Romanian.
About all the vampires.
Right. So
never
Van
found
Helsing
one.
has been chasing him, and he knows about vampires. So
Okay. Is Dracula the first vampire in Bram Stoker's Dracula? The spawn of all vampires?
I would assume that is the patient zero, if you will.
Okay. All right. Now let's talk about
Probably sired some
Monica
other vampires.
Bellucci. One of the Dracula's brides. You may know her from one of the Matrix movies.
Much like when I'm watching the movie, I have no comments because, I'm too enthralled in what's going on there.
I just wanted to throw that out
Yeah,
there.
no.
Have you guys seen Shoot 'Em Up?
Yeah, I've seen Shoot 'Em Up.
She's in that.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full-bodied performance.
No, almost, but no. But yeah, she's great.
Wasn't she in John Wick too? No.
I don't know.
Okay.
She probably had a bit part in Chuck, but she had
Which
a
bits?
small part in. Was it the second
Second one
movie?
with the,
Was like one of
yeah.
the top.
Was married to that
around,
douche.
yeah.
Whatever.
Okay, so for real, Winona Ryder, Mina.
Probably the biggest star in this movie at the time, in a weird way, because she had banged out Beetlejuice, Heathers, Edward Scissorhands, and Mermaids, and all this stuff. She was the child actress that everybody was like, we're gonna watch whatever.
Yeah.
You're in, right? So I think it was her idea too. I think the movie, she came to Coppola with the idea, I think, from what I read. But
that's why she got the part.
and it was important for her to try to, I feel like there's a fine line you have to walk when you're a child actress or actor and you're trying to be viewed as an adult.
She was like a barely child actor.
Right, teenage.
A teenage
but still teen,
actor.
right? So like she played these Victorian parts pretty well in the Tim Burton stuff, but
yeah. And this, I real quick
No, go for
segue.
it.
So the 90s style of movies, I mean, this fits with like a Edward Scissorhands, Tim Burton type. There was this type of
does.
movie going on. In the
there was a
90s.
group of directors that were
Go
that's
ahead.
what they were
Yeah,
that
so
were
Winona
doing
Ryder.
that. Yeah, she was kind of huge at the time. I'm trying to think of it. Maybe like a Millie Bobby Brown, isn't her name? Millie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stranger
bigger
Things,
than that, I
which
think.
she's
Right, bigger
into.
than that. Or Sydney Sweeney-esque, where like you're just watching them go from like teenage to like into heartthrob type of roles, right?
Yeah.
So she was big in this one.
I don't think
She's not a great actress. Is that what you're going for?
I don't think she's a bad actress. I think she's a good actress. I don't think
Not in Stranger Things.
she did well in this movie.
I don't think. Yeah.
I think one of the people that could have been replaced easily.
Not if it was her idea.
Not if it was her idea, though.
That's like when you're the kid and you bring the basketball and you want people to play basketball.
You're on every.
Yeah, you're
you
on
play
the.
every
You're
time.
playing, man.
Right.
It's her basketball, right, Mike?
Yep, exactly. Damn right.
So, Keanu, love Keanu Reeves.
Keanu.
I mean, he is a great Neo. He's a great John Wick. He's been in. He was
Speed
great in
is the
Speed.
best.
I mean, he
Point Break.
Point Break.
has been in a ton of movies and a lot of good movies.
Yeah.
And he's done well and he's a good person. People like him still. But,
Yeah.
But-
in this movie, it was so,
Took me out of it every time.
There was
so hard.
Now he's Bill, right, or is he Ted? Theodore? Is he Ted Theodore Logan or Bill S. What is he?
He's Bill.
Okay, because that came out a few
haven't seen
times
those
when he
in a
was
minute.
like arguing
Yeah.
with Dracula. I'm like, that's Bill, right there.
Right.
That's Bill.
Yeah.
And it very
What's your take,
the accent
Mike?
fluctuated.
What do you think about Winona and
I mean,
Keanu?
Winona Ryder is fine in this. I do like her as an actress, and
She didn't have a very good British accent.
killing it in Stranger Things. They were just wrapped up. Really enjoyed all of those seasons, obviously, and I mean Keanu Reeves again. Like, yeah, I like
It's awesome.
I like when he shows up and stuff, but he's just this was not a place. I don't think he fit. I don't know. I just don't know.
Not as
he
I
did.
think because what was it? Point Break came out right before this. Maybe they were like, "Oh, he's Ted, by the way."
Oh, he's
but-
dead.
Oh,
Okay.
Ted Bill, nuance.
Point Break, so good, but then, this is not Point Break, all right? You're not like just
Right.
Surfer.
this
right?
is completely different level, like it's just a completely different level of acting, of dramatic acting that he doesn't do. He can do Speed, he can do Bill and Ted, he can do The Matrix, he can do John Wick.
So
But I don't think this
Right.
isn't his lane.
he was in Dangerous Liaisons, which is weirdly similar to this. A little later, I think he was in Much Ado About Nothing, which is a Shakespeare one, or if that was before that. But like, he's done roles that, try out his accent, right? But
Yeah.
this one, it faltered quite a bit.
It took me out of it every time because they're doing like British accents. Then he tries, and it's just like it's not.
This could have been career.
It's not right.
But I think he was so hot in the 90s.
He's got the pretty
that
pass,
he had
too,
other
right?
stuff lined up already.
Right.
Those other movies were coming, and they kind of like whitewashed his.
Attractive people get, more,
Yeah,
passes.
I guess.
And I would say most people, especially Mike, find him
And if
attractive.
you have chemistry with
That's
if
true.
you have chemistry too, like in Speed. I mean, say what you want about Speed, Die Hard on a Bus, whatever. One, it's a great fucking movie, and two, he had incredible chemistry with Sandra Bullock.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
So
All right.
All right,
Keep us going.
I mean, it's got a lot of people in it. Dread Pirate Scott, not Dread Pirate.
what?
What? Princess Bride.
Carrie Ellis, yeah.
Carrie Ellis. I was trying to
Love
what's the
Carrie
character?
Ellis.
Am I getting a history
Yeah,
lesson
Roberts.
here on
Dread Pirate
I'm
Roberts,
thinking
yeah.
Dread Roberts. I was thinking Dread C. Scott.
C.
A
Scott.
whole different thing.
Mr. Sleepaway Dread C. Scott.
Carrie Ellis, and Carrie Ellis is another one. Like he's British, and it's like he's not even using his
Be
accent.
British.
Yeah.
He's great. I like Carrie Ellis, but it's more of the, like, it's a smile because I'm like, that's Wesley. Oh, that's
And a lot of
Dr.
faces,
Right.
but I didn't know their names, like Richard Grant, the doctor.
Right.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
Tom Waits,
Tom Waits.
The singer?
Renfield.
the singer. Yeah.
Renfield.
Billy Campbell as the cowboy.
Yeah. That's Rock.
He's
Was
been
he
in a lot of
Rocket
stuff.
Man or not Rocket Man? Rocketeer.
Rocketeer.
Yeah. We got to talk about Sadie Frost, who was Lucy.
Yeah.
Just no reason.
I don't remember seeing her in anything
No, me neither.
before or after.
I just like her in this for some reason.
She got into. Apparently, she's a
did
fashion
really
designer.
well
She
with
did
that
good.
character.
She's a fashion designer. She also produced a lot more than she acted.
Let's
Produced some big stuff. I
I
think.
definitely want to talk about Lucy's scene down into the crypt later. So let's take a minute on that because that was dope right there. Not in a sexy way.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
sexy
yeah.
way was her
I get
banging with the Wolfman guy,
Right.
a Wolf Dracula.
Okay. I'm ready to move on.
Let's
Let's
do
All
it.
right, let's do this. Okay, so I'm not gonna go scene by scene.
Yeah.
We're gonna do kind of
Set us up.
light. I'm gonna kind of lead us through, and if you want to talk about a certain scene or certain thing,
Sure.
Okay, so the movie opens up. It's 1462, Romania.
Good year.
Constantinople has fallen. The Ottoman Empire.
Wait, was it Istanbul?
Yeah, has taken it over and is marching into Europe. Muslims killing all the Christians. I mean, hey, let's just spawn some hate crimes in the early 90s. And kind of like their last, I don't know if this is historically accurate.
so.
The last guy to stand up before Europe falls is Vlad the Impaler, Dracula.
Fantastic armor design.
The armor was
iconic armor design, if you will.
Propless.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's shortless.
futuristic for
Yeah,
the
no,
1400s.
it's
Right, almost
it's,
looks like
it's some shit
space
out of-
armor.
Yeah.
it's awesome, and
Did you come from Mars in that shit?
you can tell that they're using like shadow puppets and stuff like that for the impaling and stuff. But
They
it
use
worked.
a lot of shadow
I liked it.
in this movie very effectively with Dracula's character later, which
I liked it a lot. The opening scene, and obviously,
Starts
leads us
strong,
into
for sure.
the turn.
okay, so he
Some
defeats the
joker,
Turks, right?
Some joker sent a letter.
And somehow, while he's on the battlefield, he realizes something's wrong, and I don't know how that letter beat him to his castle. 'cause
One of those
he
impractical jokers.
hoofed it out of there. And the narration done by Anthony Hopkins, lets us know that the Turk shot an arrow into his castle in the window where Elizabeth is
Elizabeth.
hanging out and says, "We killed your boy." Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
she,
Hey,
you know,
shall
two
we-
people that are
Takes that
so
at
in
face
love,
value and just
right,
Yeah.
just
jumps out the window.
throws herself into the river that you never see, which is really a cool visual scene when she's falling into that chasm.
Yeah.
And the fog and the smoke and the
Yeah.
darkness. And so,
No, wait, hold on. Are you sure?
Right.
Like, can I see the body?
Yeah, let me.
Oh, fuck. You
At
killed
least wait till the funeral.
All right, I'm jumping out the
Wait.
window.
Wait till the
she's
funeral.
jumping out the window. And she left a suicide note behind. So Vlad or Dracula gets back, and she's in the little chapel, which is where the movie ends, coincidentally.
Full circle.
And she's there dead, and he's broken up, obviously. And then the priest is like, well, you know, she can't go to heaven. She
yeah.
committed suicide.
Priest might want to wait.
Then he fucking freaks
Yeah.
out. That little
I defend you in the name of God. Yeah.
that silent crying thing that he does was like, I mean, Gary Oldman
Coppola.
can fucking
Did Dracula think he was going to get to heaven?
Did Vlad think he was going to
Yeah.
get there? It was Vlad at the time,
Right.
right?
He's defending Christianity.
Yeah,
It
he's
doesn't
fighting
matter
for-
what you do
Right, exactly.
to the infidels.
I mean, as long as you say sorry at the end.
yeah, right.
Anyway,
So
so
the priest says, like, she's going to hell.
Sorry, brah.
I mean, sorry, bruh. And he fucking freaks out, pushes
Yeah.
them, stabs the cross, you know, blasphemes, and, you know,
Yeah.
says, fuck you, God. And blood starts coming out of the cross. And that's where he gets he
I think it could have gone
drinks
further.
blood for life and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, and then it started flooding.
Becomes evil.
I think it could have
Dracula.
gone further. I think he could have killed some priests up in there.
Oh, I'd have killed everybody.
Yeah.
Easily. Yeah. So now he's Dracula.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Dracula.
Yeah.
Immortal.
What's up, bitches? I'm Dracula.
Yeah.
Looks good for 400 years old.
Sometimes.
Not not all the time.
So then we boom into modern day at the time, 1897.
Yeah, that's where
London
we see Keanu
and-
Harker.
Jonathan Harker. Oh, that accent was so bad.
Okay.
So he's a brand new, they call him solicitor. He's a brand new lawyer, and the firm he works for, he needs to pull together this deal for this Romanian count who wants to buy some property in London and maybe move to London. They sent a guy out there, Renfield, which I feel like he had a bigger part in the book, and he has over the course of Dracula movies throughout
Right. There's a whole movie.
Hollywood, and
Nicholas
there's a whole
Yeah.
movie called a new movie, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
And definitely bloody.
Nick Cage.
Renfield.
Nick
right?
Cage.
Nick.
Aquafina.
Aquafina. I don't get that. All right. So
So this will set him up for life,
This will
basically,
set him
because
up-
he's like a clerk at the law, right?
no,
I
he's
think-
a lawyer.
Didn't it mention, like, didn't somebody say law clerk? But yeah, so he's
He
a junior,
just
like a junior lawyer,
become
right?
A lawyer. Yeah.
But
yeah.
this
I
will
guess he
probably
worked his
make him
way
a
up.
partner or, you know,
Right,
whatever.
right.
I need Sarah's expertise for this part.
Right.
And he's engaged to Mina, Winona Ryder,
Mm-hmm.
who lives. We never see her parents, but she lives with Lucy. And
Only during, only while he's away. So,
Okay.
So yeah,
Well, they
that's-
couldn't live together before because it was 1897 London. So I don't know where she was.
Yeah,
before
where was
that.
because she mentioned that because he was away, she was going to live with this
Yeah.
rich,
Where
and
was she
he didn't
living
like the
before?
idea because don't get used to all this fancy shit, Mina.
Right.
Now, I preface this again. Like I said before, I was
Yeah,
bored watching this movie.
except when
But-
the Kama Sutra came up.
When is Mina like Elizabeth reincarnated?
Yes,
Is that
Yes.
why
Well, yes,
Dracula's
yes.
so like drawn?
Yes,
Or
she
because she's just
looks.
attractive?
She looks just like her, and she does share these memories. I mean, that we're going to spoil a little bit, but she shares this fondness and this longing to be with them. So
Yeah.
it is a reincarnation, right? But
then
that's not in the book at all.
We hit the first plot hole. For
I have
me
not read
is,
the book either.
How did he fucking know about her? For the
Well-
longest time, or my,
Harker had the locket.
but he was buying property in London way before Harker shows up.
I think he had kind of.
Did Renfield? Renfield
Perhaps.
didn't know Harker because Harker's brand new.
Renfield probably knew him, don't you think?
I don't know. That's the whole.
Yeah. that
How
might
did
be-
he know about her?
Yeah.
But
good-
then
good
when he
question.
looks at the picture,
he gets a
it's like
crazy
a
boner.
super emotional, like he just found out about her, and then like, well, then the other part, the beginning of this makes no sense This is something where he had to find out about her, and then he
well,
wants to move to
they
London.
shoehorned the entire romance into this story that's existing already.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if Mina was even in I don't think Mina was in the book.
I have no
They
idea. I didn't
shoehorned
read the
this
book.
whole thing.
I almost
into it.
kind of maybe want to read the book, but probably not. That's not going to happen unless it's on
Maybe
tape.
is there like an audio? Yeah.
Yeah, unless it's streaming somewhere. Streaming
All right.
audio.
I'm sure
What do
there's.
you got?
I'm sure there's the audio book is out there narrated by Anthony.
Okay,
Hopkins or
so
something.
in the book, Mina is not a reincarnation of Elisabetta.
Okay.
She's in it, but she's not a reincarnation. So it is just Harker's.
He just likes her. Dracula likes her.
I don't even.
Yeah.
I think he's
What's
just
not to like, right?
in the book. He's more
He
just
is
like
man.
stalking and killing. He's not trying to like shack up with anybody.
So he was just trying to move to London to do
Kill more
stomping
people,
ground?
probably. Yeah, it's the new world.
After he's been sitting in
I think he's
Romania for
bored.
400 years?
It's the new world, man.
The new world is the new world.
Right.
Is the
U.S.
America.
But, well, it's newer.
Brazil.
How about the newer world than Romania?
Right. Okay. So he leaves. He takes the cool scene of the train ride and actually arriving at the castle.
Mm-hmm.
I love that scene where he's on the one carriage and he's getting off, and they're like, "Don't do it! Like, you're
Deuces.
fucking up. This
Here's
is
the
the
cross.
wrong place to be out at night. This is the wrong place to be out in the day."
Give him the cross.
Gave him the cross, the little cross, which does shit for him later.
That
And
hot,
so
spicy breath melted
He's
that.
walking around, and then the other carriage shows up with that dude driving in some kind of scale mail armor.
here's all
kinda
I'd say. It's like-
and then when he reaches out to get him, and then
Lifts him up, yeah.
him up, and then pulls him into the carriage.
So-
Was that Dracula, or just one of his? Because he never shows up again.
I think it's a minion. Maybe. Who knows?
Superpowered,
Unknowable, right?
Unknowable.
I wouldn't get out of that other carriage until there was another carriage waiting for me, man. Those wolves were...
I wouldn't have gone.
Hey, can you just turn this shit around, man?
I would go work somewhere else.
Yeah.
Pump gas.
Was this
Okay.
the dumbest character nomination already?
Oh, yeah. By far. Clearly. Without a doubt. The dumbest character. So he gets there. Then there's the whole... I remember the buzz about this movie was kind of the costuming and the set. And they called his hairdo a widow's peak. And
Who's?
like...
Dracula's?
And there's this whole thing about how
Has a butt on his head.
cool the costumes were. I mean, it
It's a
looked like a
big
butt
old
on
butt
his
on his
head. He looked like Mr. Burns.
He did. I think they stole that from this.
He was all
Old
pale
as shit.
skin, and like you could see the veins through it. Like his skin is like super thin and almost transparent, almost.
It's white, albino white.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the place looks run down as shit, except for like the furniture, and then his costumes are like super clean and super bright and like pretty cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
So he shows up. They do their little, there's a shaving thing, and then the, don't laugh at me thing, and then the I don't eat or drink thing.
Wine. No, I
don't
never.
drink.
I never drink.
I already ate.
Wine.
I already dined.
Yeah.
And I never drink wine.
What's that?
And even his accent wasn't that bad. It wasn't.
No,
great.
it wasn't
It was
bad though.
effective. It didn't take me out of the movie every time he talked, like with Keanu.
I am Dracula.
So yeah, he gives a little brief history, and then the shadow thing where he's like signing the final papers, and he sees the picture, and you can see the shadow behind him, and he turns around, and the shadow's still there, but dude's over here on the left this time.
Right.
So he's now the proud owner, and then he gives the line of the luckiest man in the world is the one who finds true love.
Right.
I mean,
Hey,
come
why
on,
don't
man.
why don't you write to your loved ones in your work? Say you're sticking around for a month. That's nah.
So yeah, and he's sending all these letters and stuff, and he even says like, I'm pretty sure the count's reading them, so I'm not going to tell you everything that's going on, but he's giving kind of an account what's going on.
That's not why I didn't want to tell her everything.
So then, yeah. So then, hold on a second.
He's warned not to go anywhere else in the castle.
Right. Don't stray, but of course he does. And then he
Comes to Mike's favorite
runs
scene.
into kind of everybody's favorite scene.
More mature
big
than that.
Giant bed.
Oh,
Right?
what, are you better than me?
Yeah.
No, I'm more mature than that.
I would
and
never
Women
pause that scene in
coming
any.
out of the mattress,
Were they ever?
and there was nudity galore.
Breasticus exposed.
And he's all like some kind of like hypnotized or whatever, and then they start biting him.
That's what I.
book?
That's what I would
No,
say
right?
too. I'd say, "Oh, baby, I was hypnotized. It's not my fault."
If this was in the book, this is why movies are better. Just saying.
Right.
Oh, yeah. You know, they have a power. They hypnotize
do.
me.
Sometimes other people's imagination is much better than yours.
Right.
Dracula shows up. What the fuck, y'all? He's mine. Y'all leave him alone.
Right.
And he's all like, "Oh, but I brought you something."
Brought him a
fucking
baby.
Baby.
A baby. First
I've
of all,
talked before
that's
about
not a lot of food.
like characters that cannot be redeemed because of things they do in the movie. So they either have to die, like Darth Vader, Kylo Ren characters.
It's true.
When he brings that baby in, no, there's nothing he can do after this.
You didn't feel bad for him?
True love, fuck you and your true love.
And
I
your
want to
baby.
keep you apart forever now. Right? What kind of horseshit is that?
I think that's where, like, you're hitting on a part where it's like it doesn't exactly land the plane because, like, did we want him to survive? You know, it's like I think they tried to get us there where we feel bad for him. They tried their hardest.
While trying their damnedest to make us hate him at the same time,
Exactly.
right?
Feeding the baby to. What about the crazy mashup lady that was like?
Yeah, I think was that like 4 legs and
Hey.
like 2 ladies together.
All I gotta say is smash.
Yeah, you're more mature than I am. Way more.
Is it 1992?
Smash.
Okay, so then we jump to London. Dracula comes in as like a wolf creature and just starts causing havoc and shit. And there's some little scenes with Lucy and Mina, which I guess is supposed to make us, you know, like show
They're-
like regular.
they're
This isn't just an
sisters.
action movie. This is, you know, this real
timepiece.
people with, you know, let's do some character development. And
Right.
They have some interactions and
Yeah, so like a lot of those characters are in the book too, right? A lot of the suitors. I think
Right,
Lucy's in the book too. So
you got the
This is where
cowboy.
it
You
starts
got
to get
the
more supernatural.
yeah.
yeah.
You got the cowboy, you got the
The prince, or not prince, but
the
lord,
doctor, and then kind of like the
a lord of some sort,
landed
some
gentry
kind of
type guy,
Duke.
Gary Ellis. That's Lord. What's his name? Yeah.
Mr. Sleep.
Wesley.
Okay, so we kind of get some like, you know, hey, this is going on, and then this
We learn that
is-
Lucy's a little flirty, even though she mentioned she hasn't done anything dirty, but she's
about to.
She's like,
Turns out
playing-
she's got a thing for dogs. So then we get to that part. It's like night, semi-storming, and she's running around, and Mina's Winona Ryder's running around after her, and she loses her. They're like in this. The house is amazing, and it's got like this, you know,
Hedge
English
maze, yep.
garden hedge maze thing or labyrinth. I don't know what the difference is, but there's
Same
supposed
thing.
to be a different.
There's minotaurs and all.
nuance.
Every labyrinth has a minotaur. This is a maze.
Oh, that's a minotaur.
Oh, okay.
labyrinth.
Sorry.
There's a frozen dude in this movie.
And then she comes around the corner, some lightning, no rain, but lightning, and Lucy's just getting railed on some stone bench by a pretty
Hairy man.
good-looking werewolf. As far as like,
Oh,
no,
Whoa,
not
thirsty
handsome,
Charlie.
good-looking. I'm saying like
Charlie's
that
like,
could be used in different movies.
you're like, hear me out. That werewolf,
the werewolf could get it.
he works out his glutes.
So this just, and it's just so like the super love story. I've never loved anybody else. He's got a super bed full of hot vampire chicks, and now he's just randomly showing up, railing
Because
somebody.
that wasn't love,
And then-
that was lust, right? And so's Lucy. Lucy's lust.
He's a hoe.
He is a hoe. He's a hoe.
And then she sees him, and he like sees her, and he's like, "Uh-oh, I
At
don't
this
want
point,
you to
I guess
see
he
me
can't
this
have
way.
Mina, right? Because Mina is engaged to Harker.
Well, and Mina is his ultimate desire, not Lucy.
Oh no, he's
Lucy's-
getting it. He's getting her. He's
He's
gonna
gonna
get
get
her.
her.
That's his.
But he
goal
wants
at
wants
this
her
point
to
the
fall in
movie.
love with him. I think is what.
He just wanted to
That's
have
the
some
thing.
fun, I guess.
Right.
He is man.
So, and it's been a long trip. He's only eaten a few people on the Demeter. He's still, working on it.
Yeah, but you ain't screw him.
Can we talk? So this was written in what, the 1800s? The book was written
Yeah,
probably
late 18s.
So I feel like one of the scariest things is at the time was probably a force that can make your wife, your loyal wife, be a hoe and like just so that
Your
glamour,
property, basically, wanna
right,
leave you.
exactly, want to leave you and sleep with somebody. So I think that was worked into this too. Is like she had no choice. This is the vampire with the glamour and all that stuff, and I feel like that was the times where it's like, what's gonna make your wife stray? Dracula dog is
Dracula dog turns out easy kill. Okay, so and he just runs off or whatever. So then randomly runs into her on the street.
Was it random?
No, it was supposed to look like it was random. And he's baller costume.
For the listening audience, Mike has those blue sunglasses on right now, out on the tip of his nose.
Some John Lennon sunglasses on.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, he does.
1897,
Yeah, it was-
right?
Looking dapper.
So they're like, I'm a married. She's like, I'm engaged.
She was kind of, I don't want to say a bad word here, kind of a bitch to him. I mean, he wasn't being that.
Well, I
mean.
mean, like just some guy off the street. This is a
Yeah,
different
that's
time.
true. He was like, hey,
That's
where's...
a very bold move. That'd be like walking up
That's
and
true.
kissing somebody on the street.
I
feeling
guess
them up
now. But
That's
like all he
sexual
said
assault.
was, hey, which way's to this? And she goes, get a damn map, bitch.
Right.
And I was like, whoa.
But eventually
Very
charms her.
Shakespearean.
Right. They go to this little weird movie, the little thing.
A sexy movie. Did you see it?
Wasn't
Yeah,
it like a wolf running? Did they miss that?
But then, like, later, as they're in a different part, like, there's, like, some nudity in that movie. Or am I
Oh.
jumping ahead a little bit?
I don't know.
Nah, it's probably the same.
Movie bored the shit out of me. Sorry, guys.
Get the feeling Mike is not into this. But it's not bad enough that we can shit on it.
All right.
Funny like we did with Martyrs.
Costume design was pretty solid. Like, she was rocking that green dress, and he was
Yeah.
rocking his little get-up,
Right.
which was obviously foreign, and he obviously came off as a fish out of water in a new area,
Is
right?
the reason we're wearing a big top hat too.
Yeah.
I thought he
Yeah.
was dressed like
He got younger.
It was, but like
Of the
purple, and it
time,
was,
though.
yeah, it was.
like
but,
he was
but then his
baller.
accent
He
and
was
stuff.
good.
I mean, was looking, like I said, dapper.
yeah.
How did he change? Where I missed that part.
Changed to what?
Like, how does he get younger looking?
Probably the Demeter.
drops
He-
the albino look, and
He just wants to,
I
I,
think-
guess.
I think that, plus he fed a lot on the boat and on Lucy a little bit. I think as they feed, they get that life
It
back.
just seems like he can go back and forth. He can turn into rats. He can turn into a werewolf. He can turn into a
that
killer
was cool.
vapor.
He can.
for a
He can
movie that
turn
bored me,
in-
it was cool as shit. The rats part.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
He can turn into that demon vampire form, the old guy. I mean, he can just do whatever he
But
wants.
don't you
whenever he
think
wants
it took some?
No.
No,
I think he
no.
wanted to
He
appear
said nah.
old to Keanu Reeves so that he wouldn't look exactly like the painting that was over his fireplace.
Oh, good
right?
call. Yeah.
And he wants to appear young to her because who's going to go after the old guy? Not Winona Ryder. She got standards.
She has standards.
Lucy will fuck anything.
I think she and
Literally. So anyway, as far as that goes, I think he can just switch back and forth at will. Whatever he wants to do.
I heard
Whatever
they,
fits
I heard
the
they called her
situation.
Lucy.
Lucy.
LOO.
Uh-huh.
I think maybe both. I think he also amped up. He drank all that energy blood,
Yeah,
5 hour energy blood.
Exactly.
debatable. Okay, now when we switch back over to Romania to the Great Escape, Keanu's getting dehydrated.
Get drained.
Not the best way.
I think also that way.
I don't think so. I don't know.
At one
I
point
didn't
it-
get that.
At one point, it did imply heavily that they bit his dick.
Yes,
Oh.
in the very first one.
Yeah, definitely.
She definitely bit his dick.
Hear me out, man.
Well, when you have an erection that lasts for more than 4 hours,
Right,
you
you
got
have
to
to.
drain it.
I watched The Pit. They had to drain some blood out of that
Yeah,
dude's
they
dick
did.
on
Yeah,
that
they did with
episode.
Yeah.
I mean,
they
it
used all
happens.
they used all the female doctors to do it too.
All right.
All right.
So
Good on that actor, man. Unless that was a stunt.
I think it was prosthetic.
Oh, say.
I'm fine with that.
They bring all these people in audition. Drop your pants. No, maybe, no. Oh, that'll work.
That guy.
That guy.
And how long's it been that way, sir? Get him on the set now.
3.5 hours. So he's like all woozy, but he's gonna
I'm getting woozy
here.
he's gonna escape.
Deep.
He's gonna get out. He's climbing down the wall, the outside of the castle, falls into the river,
Yes.
gets swept away,
Didn't die.
didn't die. Then kind of like
Convent? He ends up in a
crawls.
convent.
Like
yeah.
there's never any daytime in
Right.
Romania.
That's
Crawls
just a
out of
fact.
the water and he comes up on the mud and there's the convent.
Sure.
He writes a letter home to Mina. Hey, I was held captive. I escaped. I'm not doing all that great.
Do you know when
And then Lucy's like, go marry him.
Yeah.
Go
here-
there and marry
Here's
him.
my ring. Cash this in.
Right.
Yeah.
And Lucy's already going through it. at
Did
this
you
point.
know
She's on her deathbed.
when three ladies suck on you for a month and your hair goes gray? What? Did I say something funny?
Okay. So she leaves. And then we come back to this is when Van Helsing shows up, right? Let me see.
Well, once Lucy starts acting a fool, like the doctor, her former suitor, that's a doctor, calls to Van Helsing, who was a mentor, right? And then we find out he's letting bats suck on his thumbs and shit.
Right.
Ugh, hell nah.
Okay, so there's the scene where Lucy's in her room, Dracula's in there getting his nightly snack.
Mm-hmm.
The dudes pop in and chase him off, and then Van Helsing is there, and he's, she's turning into a vampire, guys. I'm sorry. She got holes in her neck. She's acting crazy. She doesn't like the cross, the garlic. She throws the garlic at one point.
The flowers.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He's a vampire expert, right?
Right.
Van Helsing is
the
vampire
local,
expert.
the European district vampire.
He is
expert.
always the foe to Dracula in every Dracula.
Right.
Right.
There's even a movie just Van Helsing, right? Like a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hugh
what's his name?
Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not great.
Never saw.
Not great.
It's fine.
Pass.
Not great.
I mean, if you're bored, it's a more of an action movie than a horror movie.
If you liked
look at it
Extraordinary
like
League of
that.
Gentlemen, you'll love Van Helsing. Have I got?
I kind of like that movie. I kind of like both of them.
They're
I'm not going
fine.
to say they're
Fine.
great.
We own them both, I think. I'm not lying.
Right.
That's
Okay.
that's Sarah's fault.
Well, it's a Hugh Jackman thing.
Hmm.
I'm sure Mary Marie's seen it.
So
So right now, like Lucy
but Mina leaves.
to marry,
Does Lucy die before Mina?
same time.
Like she's
So
out the
it
door
is.
and then
It
Lucy
is
dies.
literally while they're filming the marriage scene, they're filming Lucy's death. Like because they
Yeah, right.
right.
Okay.
So they're trying to trap whatever's feeding off of Lucy, but he makes his way past and basically eats her like a wolf. Right,
Finishes
like
her off.
runs in there like a wolf, eats her guts.
Right.
She dies.
So she dies. Van Helsing's
does she?
like, this is the guy I've been looking for my whole life, and gets all happy and starts laughing.
The best scene. He's like, get me the autopsy tools, and he's like, really? We're at the wedding. He's like, no, I just want to cut her head off and take her heart. I was like, what? What?
So he rounds up the gang, and they got to go to the crypt
Finish the shit.
to take care of her. Sorry, guys. None of you win. So they get there, and this is a pretty cool scene.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You wanted to
One
talk
of
about
the
it.
best scenes in the entire movie. There's a handful of great scenes that make this a 7 in my book, right? So I mentioned I dropped it down to a 7, but it still deserves to be there. When they go into the crypt, remove the lid of the casket, coffin, whatever you want to call it, and it's empty.
Tomb?
The tomb, yeah, in the big room full of tombs, right?
Yeah, mausoleum.
And it's empty, and they're like, "Where is she?" And she slowly walks down, holding the child that she had just taken to feed on or whatever. Yeah. Great cinematography in my book there. Even this is where Anthony Hopkins actually redeems himself a little bit in my book, like him as almost like the Exorcist, like him as the holding the cross, shouting her down.
Yeah.
Bringing her down into bed before they have to do their thing I thought it was great.
Yeah, and the way they did it, like it was filmed and then reversed.
Was it?
Yeah,
I didn't catch that.
You didn't catch it. It was.
Oh, and she got up
they
and
filmed it like it was going to look. You know
Oh,
how you,
so
you
she
try
was-
to film
no, I
something while you're
understand.
doing it in reverse.
Yeah.
But when
So-
she's getting back in the tomb,
in real time, she's getting
It's-
out. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
they filmed it. She was getting out, but they reversed
To make
back.
it look unnatural.
You didn't catch that?
No, I didn't catch that.
Kind of weird.
I like stuff like that when
Yeah.
it's like, okay, that looked different. How did she do that? You know?
Yeah, and then he's like, "Okay, boys,
Yeah, stab that shit.
take care of it."
But yeah, she still almost
Right.
got Carrie
we
Ellis
missed,
again.
We missed the.
Did miss something.
Wait, was it later when? So there's Renfield scenes throughout the movie,
Yeah.
which
Does he feel tacked on to you, Renfield?
Yeah,
A little bit.
Yeah, it's like he's important.
he doesn't really do anything.
But like he's tacked on.
But I think the name is so important in the
Right.
book and the mythos of
the doctor's
Dracula.
the doctor's like
It's
shooting
almost like
up
he's there
and
for exposition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like give me a cat. I want to give a cat to my master. And
So
like,
then they come back
that could have been cut. Is what I'm
from
saying.
Romania. Keanu's gray hair now, and he
Because he was stuck
progressively
down for
gets
a month.
grayer and grayer
Yep.
throughout the rest of the movie, except for at the end where he kind of the gray
Does it
darkens
does it-
a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe just an accident of one sequence of when they're shooting it and bad. What do you call it? Continuity,
Right.
Like the continuity guy.
There was a
fucked it
scene where
up.
he looked real gray.
There's a scene he looked really gay,
Really gay.
and
Whoa, it is
gray,
2026,
and like his
Charlie.
face even looked old.
Yeah.
at the same time.
Oh, that's funny. No, I think a major theme of this was blood is life, right? So I think the less removed he is from having his blood drained, the grayer he should have been in that to keep with that. But like it is wonky. It's kind of all over the place, right?
But it,
The gayer he should
kind of
have been.
like so we're in the late
Sorry.
1800s.
It's the last time I'll do that.
Where London was kind of the at least
Epicenter of the world.
epicenter
right.
of the world, but also in medical advancements, where they did
Oh,
that
for
whole
sure.
thing where they illegally robbed graves for the
Oh, yeah.
corpses so they could
Frankenstein's based on it,
dissect
for
them.
sure, yeah.
and they're working on that whole mythos of that. You know, people forever thought that blood was the most important thing in your body.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, like the
Bloodletting.
Middle Ages, you have a fever, you have too much blood. They want to get some blood out of
At
you.
your barber.
Right. That's a little scary. So
What did your barber say?
they bloodlet you when they had leeches, but we're also in the time where
I can't even trust my barber
all
with
that
my high top
advancement
fade.
is running into all of
can tell.
those old way of thinking about how the human body works, and I think
Right,
he
the-
was playing on that last vestige of the blood is, you know, like your soul
Your
or
essences,
whatever
right.
of your essence of your body.
Right.
So it kind of
He was
just
true.
worked that way for the book, and they just brought it into the movie. So what were we talking about? Renfield.
Renfield tacked on.
So Ryder and Reeves come back. She goes to visit Renfield. I can't remember why, because it was a slow part, and I just forgot it. Because
They were trying to keep her safe in that loony bin or whatever, basically, because they were going to go bust up the crates full of.
right.
So that was
formulated
keeping
a plan
her
while she was
away.
off getting married, right? And so she's talking to Renfield, and Renfield is like, "Run! You got to get out of here!"
Mm-hmm.
You know. And the whole movie, he's like, "Master this and master that," but he's like, "No, you gotta
Right.
go." And then Dracula somehow finds out about
He
it.
even shouted out at one point, "I'm in a battle for my soul." So like he's doing good things and bad things, right, at the
Right.
same time. So
And then we have the scene where Dracula shows up as the green vapor and just, "You betrayed me." And he's like, "No, man. Well, master, you said you were going to make me immortal.
Yeah.
And now you got this.
I mean, you betrayed
side
me."
piece." And then, Renfield's gone.
So we assumed he died, like he was like
I
mangled up in
assume
that,
getting smashed
those
around
cra-
in this
yeah.
prison cell. Did they show it? Was there a scene where they go in? That would have been a good scene to have. Would they go in and he's like cut in half or something? You know, just
Yeah.
like there's no. Did he
What-
die? You know, he's
What's
dead.
cool, like for somebody that added not a lot to the movie, like his design, and I'm sure the sketches of him and his the long straight jacket kind of thing was cool as
No,
shit.
yeah.
So they spent a lot of
That
time
part, nothing
sketching him out,
was
right?
Throwing
An
him into the
afterthought
jail
anywhere.
cell
Nothing was
bars.
half-assed anywhere. Even those guys at the end, the ones that were amazingly loyal to Dracula.
Yeah,
but were in
we
no
can't
part
call
of the
them this, but
beginning of the movie.
they call them gypsies in the movie, so that is what I'm going to refer to them as.
Right.
God, can't say that word now either.
You cannot.
No!
You cannot. Also, you can't say the word gypped because it is, implying.
I mean, I've actually never been in a position where I've needed to say the word, but okay.
we had This is going to
What if
sound
someone's name
awful.
is Gypsy?
That's true. The Gypsy
Gypsy
Rose.
Rose.
Jinx. There was a group of people that it was assumed when I worked at the movie theater, they would always try to sneak in, and some people would refer to them as that. And they were trying to catch people referring to them as that so they could come up with a case, like a discrimination kind of case. I'm like, this has got to be past the statute of limitation, right? That was like 30 years ago, so we're good, right?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is when they go to... Okay, so they know where Dracula's hiding out. Van Helsing knows all the lore, and he knows they have to get rid of the dirt and give him no place to sleep. So he has to... So they can wear him down and eventually kill him. That's their plan, right?
Yeah, they came from back from that wedding, and Keanu's basically, I know where this guy sleeps. And I don't remember how, because he said he brought him there. I was like, you didn't bring him there.
Well, he knew all the places he bought. But
Very true. That's true. He knows.
I mean,
what he
I don't know
bought.
how he... Did
Maybe
he
that's what
set
he
up
said.
The shipping.
I
of the
helped him
dirt
buy it or
and
something.
Stuff.
Oh, well, he saw him digging in the bowels of the castle for the dirt.
Yeah.
He saw all that.
Getting all the dirt ready and shipping it out. Oh, yeah, that's when the I'll say it for the pod because that's the call in the movie.
You're on the pod.
Yeah.
The
Don't say anything
gypsies.
now.
We're putting
yeah.
all that stuff together.
Right.
So they were in the beginning.
And they're
Just
trying to get to him
briefly.
before he gets Mina, right?
Right. They're trying to save her, kill him. So they show up. They know where he is. They go in, and he's like, Van Helsing's giving orders. You got to break up all the...
Mina's like all about him, though.
Yeah, I think
It doesn't take long. for her
She's
to go
like,
over.
she's for a minute like, oh, I can't, but I want to.
I really want to.
But like, she's not trying that hard to get away from Dracula.
we have to spend some time on that scene too. Like, we're right there.
Yeah.
While they're busting shit
They're
up.
busting shit up. He's hanging
Dracula's
from the
getting it
rafters
in.
in another form, in his demon
In his bat form. That was
He's
a cool
baller
form.
looking.
They're both like orgasming, even though they haven't penetrated yet.
You're talking. Okay.
Okay, so
we're
both-
getting there. We're getting there.
takes
Mike.
off.
He's like,
Hold on.
"Oh,
he doesn't fight anybody. He just takes off.
wants
and
her so bad. And
that-
then Mina's like,
and goes to her, and then
oh, I
Yeah.
can't.
this happens.
And like, they're both orgasming, but they're not yet
Well,
having sex.
First, she insists that he bites her, right?
Yep.
Right.
And then he cuts himself, and then Mike, take us from there.
All that noise you were just
All that
making.
noise. They're both. Oh.
She's licking his blood off his chest.
I think he shouted, "Oh yeah, rub the balls," didn't he?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I thought he said that.
Push him down. Push him down. Okay.
Yeah.
Was she a great big fat girl?
So
It's literally the climax.
It is a sex scene. I don't know if anybody caught this earlier, but when she's stroking the wolf, before you guys get too far, she grabs the ear. Like, this whole thing is shot like a weird, like, symbolism porn
Yeah,
kind
it
of thing,
is.
right?
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
on purpose.
Yeah.
So then they bust in.
Yeah, and she's like,
super
"Oh."
old
He's about to
Keanu,
bust.
like full on white hair, old face.
She's like, she's not. Never mind. I respect everyone's right to be clothed or unclothed as they want to.
Yeah.
But
And this is that cool scene where he turns into his demon bat form. And
No rats.
They're like,
Rats.
get him, and like,
oh yeah,
we need light. We need light. He backs
right.
up. You always see his red eyes. Backs up into the shadow. They put the light on it, and that form that was the bat guy is now just a bunch of rats, and he takes off.
So that was a different bat form than the one that was hanging there. The one that was hanging was green. This one was like this big, giant, like dark looking thing.
It was big.
It was nice. It was well done. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. And the rats take off, and Mina's kind of like, ugh. Like, what did I do? Did I make a mistake?
She
here?
said so unclean or something.
So unclean.
She was just sucking on his blood chest.
Yeah. And now she's got rabies.
Okay, so he's got nowhere to stay, and he's fleeing the country, getting back to Romania.
He did have one bucket of dirt left somewhere because it showed him in a bucket of dirt later.
I think they wrapped him in it. His boys show up and start taking him back, and so they're going to chase him down and finish him off.
Got to.
Mina goes with. Don't know why. Old Keanu's there.
Something to do with the connection between them two, I think.
They could use her to track him, something
and
like
keep
that?
her from killing people while he's
Oh,
away.
yeah,
Probably
there's that. But then there was like, well, he's going to go this way, and we're going to go this way,
right?
And we'll beat him there by 2 days.
But the best vampire hunter is going to stay with Mina. Like what?
Huh?
So Van Helsing stays with Mina in the mountain pass.
Yeah.
Remember I
Yeah.
may have almost fallen asleep.
That's right. They did that campfire thing where the bride, the
brides.
Dracula vampire brides possess Mina and have her dancing around all erotically, and Van Helsing is like
showing her cleavage a little bit. Like,
I am getting all woozy over here. I might have to get me some of that.
Yeah, I mean, he was, he had that 3-hour boner, 4-hour boner you don't want. That's what you don't.
But then he snaps out.
Priapism?
He snaps out of it.
Priapism, yeah.
Do the brides get it?
Yeah, they get it. Anthony finds them and because they killed his horse.
Yeah.
You don't kill a man's horse.
No.
Or
So then he chops off the 3 heads, and Dracula feels it, and
right. And now he's
whole
in
thing.
hauling ass, and somehow they still don't beat him to his castle.
Well, they were on start earlier, guys. Start earlier. You know when the sun sets.
Right.
I guess
So
they didn't have a weather app.
Then they talk about his loyal minions.
You can see it setting.
Right. You
So
can see it.
the sun
look at the
doesn't
sky.
bother him in London,
It doesn't bother me anywhere.
but then why is he in the crate not doing anything? And they're really
faster.
big on opening that crate before the sun goes down.
He's weak. They
stays
mention
in there.
They mention he's weak in the sun.
Okay.
He can be out in the sun, but he's weak.
Right. So the cowboy and the other guys are shooting up all the
Quincy
the
and
minions. He gets to the castle. Mina shows up with the Winchester. There's a fight between
all the gypsies.
minions and the hunters. And the one guy is going over. I guess they finish up all the minions because you don't see them any point after. And then the one guy goes over to open up the crate. Sun goes down.
Oh.
Super Dracula comes out and
Dracula.
busts out of
Super
the crate.
Dracula.
Grabs the guy.
Like Super Shredder at the end of Secret of the Eve.
Exactly. Or Super Jason in
Yeah,
Jason
exactly.
X.
Grabs the guy. The guy's too fast. He pulls from Game of Thrones, the end where
Oh, John?
where what's her name kills the
Arya.
Arya, so he slashes Dracula's neck.
That was pretty
but
good.
he throws him.
Yeah. That was a good throat slash.
He jumps off. The other guy
Great
comes
throat
up,
slash. Yeah, I'm
stabs
with
him
you.
in the chest, and he gets
Pushed
thrown.
away.
But
The
he's
damage is
kinda
done.
weak.
Damage is done.
he's weak, and he's got taken
Mina's-
some big wounds.
Mina's in this point going full Elizabetta.
Right, she
and
pops in with a
protecting him.
Winchester.
Right,
And
yeah.
he's like, don't do this. But they all kind of know it's the end.
Keanu says something stupid about her. Her job's just beginning or something. I'm like, well, you don't know.
Ours is over. Hers is just beginning. And
Never-
she's like, says, would you do the same thing for me or something?
Mate, yeah?
If I was a vampire, would you kill me or whatever? But anyway,
Short answer, yes.
so they get back into the chapel where he becomes a vampire.
Right.
He's there. I mean, they're full on Elizabetta and Vlad in love, the strongest love that ever existed.
There's a Beauty and the
Obviously.
Beast kind of thing going on because he is ugly as shit at this point.
Yeah,
She's still like
he's-
kissing on him.
Right. But he's done for. And the costume again, like, I want that robe. I want to walk around. I want to show up to the podcast one day in that robe. Or
Do
the
it.
one that in the very beginning where he's got the long,
You'll make
12-foot long,
Yeah?
whatever red
Where he's like
trail
climbing
train or
around
whatever,
on the walls and
the
shit.
big cloak.
You'll make the Instagram reel if you come dressed like that.
Yeah. So, they're doing their thing, and he's going to get redeemed now, even though he's killed I don't know how many babies. The light from the Lord is shining on his face, and he wants her to basically kill him.
Take me out, yo.
And, this is probably her best acting in the whole movie,
Yeah.
in my opinion. And she stabs him and then cuts his head off.
And cut to the blooper reel, right?
And then it goes up. You look at the ceiling, and
yeah.
Vlad and
It's the
Elizabeth
reverse.
are ascending to heaven together. I don't know what happens to Mina.
It was like the
but-
inverse. It was where Vlad was holding on to
Yeah,
Elizabetta, right? Yeah.
yeah. And then we go to credits. What do you
Okay.
think? I mean, a lot
I'm still. I'm
For a boring movie, a lot happened.
so much happened.
Yeah.
Too much happened.
I feel like they didn't commit to making Dracula one way or the other, right? Like, I guess, for someone that hasn't read the book, that only knows minimal about the lore, Dracula's a bad guy, right? He's a monster.
Dracula's a bad guy.
He's
In
a
the book,
monster.
he's a bad guy.
They make him in the movie like, okay,
Allegedly.
he's this monster, but he's also like, for most of the movie, a lover too. And it's like,
Right.
what is the appeal to him from the women in the movie? The accent makes girls wet. I don't know.
No, he's got this hypnotic power.
He's got that glamour.
Yeah,
right?
I get
That's what we call that.
That's true. But I'm like, they didn't like make him menacing. They also didn't make him a great lover. They didn't commit one way or another to the character. Oldman did, but the writing didn't.
Yeah.
I think he's down to
do
his
him any
knees
justice.
is what it is.
What?
It's down to his knees. That's what it is. Got that. You got that.
That's a myth. So, yeah, I still think it's a good movie. I still think it's a 7.
I'm saying
It has
yeah.
some rewatchability to me. It does have parts where there's like, it's strangely boring and dragging while so much stuff is going on. But it feels like it's like side story, like the thing with Lucy.
a
Did it
memorable
have to happen
scene.
that way. It was a lot of memorable
The
stuff.
hairy wolf.
But did they
wolfy
need to
one.
bring that part in from the book?
I don't know.
I don't know. Irregardless, as my father would
so
say.
Lucy's that's the worst. So Lucy is the connection with the 3 suitors that become part of the posse, right? So
They
maybe
could've
it's a
pulled in
MacGuffin
characters
to
anywhere.
right to bring in.
I guess
those
they
guys.
wanted to bring in enough of the book where they could call it Bram Stoker's Dracula,
right.
which so many of the Dracula movies before this had nothing to do.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it was just ridiculous. How many Dracula movies was Christopher Lee in?
a lot, and Christopher Lee's dope.
He's a baller. He's an OG for sure.
So yeah, it was all about like he could control the women and then he would kill the women, right? It was not this whole I'm going to build up this love thing. It was
And it's not just
capture you, hypnotize you,
like
eat
an
you.
animal attack. Like he could just
Right.
go out and Jack the Ripper it.
There was a
He doesn't
sexuality
need
to
any
it.
kind
Yeah.
of connection or no story behind it. Okay,
I'm there with you with the 7
let's do some
for sure.
Let's do some questions. Which kill was best?
Dracula's.
I think Dracula's.
Dracula's or Lucy, I do like the whole lead up and the chopping the head off, and that's when shit got real
She
with
spit
the
blood all
with the
over
posse.
around
Yeah, when they're like, yeah,
I think it's the Dracula kill was probably
Probably.
Throat slit all the way to the end.
throws. I mean, that was an action.
chopped
Yeah,
his fucking head off.
Chopped
And
his
it
head off.
sounded real. I don't know what it
Looked
sounds
good.
like to chop a head
Practical
off.
effects too, man. It
Yeah.
looked
right.
good.
And the wardrobe, awesome.
Yeah.
Could you escape this? Where did the victims go wrong?
Here's who am I in this situation? Am I Harker, like
pick.
roaming around
You
the room?
pick.
Because I would remember Sarah and I'd leave. I would jump into the water and leave.
Yeah, just sign the papers. And you just.
But if
run
I
out.
didn't, if I wasn't married and I was Harker, I'd be like, this ain't so bad.
I always when I see
there's worse ways to go.
when I think about this time period, I always think of myself that I would be just like one of those drunkards in the pub. Like, you know,
Right.
what else am I doing? Like,
Here's the deal. Like,
I'm not
once
getting involved in any of this love triangle mess.
Love Square.
nonsense.
Die at 35
werewolves
of a heart attack.
Pretty
once
much.
my homie won out in the suitor role, I'd be like, all right, you guys have fun. I wouldn't be hanging around.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like riding horses with
What
them
were you
after.
chase the dragon? Well, going to Romania.
Nah.
Dude, I got a job.
Yeah, I'm not
No.
doing
I
any
gotta.
of
I'm
that.
from
Lucy-
Texas.
Lucy.
I got to go back to Texas.
You said Lucy's sick. Oh, I feel bad. Sorry, man.
Lucy have a
I'm
sister.
thinking about you, but good luck.
Lucy mom look like.
Yeah. Yeah, Lucy, that you won.
Who was the dumbest character? Do I need to ask this question?
Harker for not staying. Where
On so many levels, so many decisions.
Yeah.
yeah. No, I mean,
He survives.
he survived. He showed him where like Dracula was gonna be.
Maybe Dracula should Romania. Maybe that was the dumbest.
That's true. Dracula did die.
He could have just sent his guys over and abducted her.
Lived 450 years.
It's true.
Doing something right.
He had an edge.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the doctor that was like shooting up and like
Yeah, I still say Keanu.
it's got to be Harker.
It's got to be
Harker. Like, but like it wasn't dumb. It wasn't like lack of intelligence. It was
Just
a
naive
hey,
to
I'm
the
going
world.
to I'm trying to make something of myself, and this is a good way to do it.
You
Right.
wouldn't think it would have been
But nobody's
as
going to think.
risky. Like,
Right.
No one knows they're going to be in a horror movie.
Nobody thinks they're going to meet their vampire.
Okay,
I don't
so
know.
you guys didn't dig it. I didn't dig up any fun facts other than the.
I heard Gary Oldman wasn't supposed to be. That wasn't the first choice, but I didn't dig into that too far.
I could see that. I bet all the other ones were like, we need to find the biggest.
Right, we need to
hippest
find somebody else.
late 20 actors.
Christian Slater
And
or
we'll
something.
fill in some good character actors
Throw in
around
Christian.
them.
Throw in Johnny Depp or Christian Slater, and we're good there.
Johnny Depp's too short
Probably, yeah.
for any of these. Maybe Renfield.
anything.
He would have been a good Renfield, but the Renfield was a good Renfield.
Yeah, he wasn't a bad Renfield.
It was a good
Johnny
Renfield.
Depp plays like gothic often, and
Yeah.
he could have fit.
He could have done it.
somewhere.
Yeah.
They could have used some
somewhere.
camera angles.
Yeah.
He could have been me.
Tom Cruise.
He probably
like
would have
5'2".
been a better Jonathan Parker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But almost too big at the time. That would have kicked it up to $45 million budget.
Yeah. 41 and a half. Coppola. He's obviously a Hall of Fame director, but
It falls
is he
outside.
a horror
No.
Hall of Fame director?
No.
And this movie falls outside my Coppola Mount Rushmore. or Mount Rushmore because it's
Yeah.
only the only gore one.
Right.
Right.
Yes, Dracula is a Hall of Famer.
Immortal. Yeah.
Immortal. So
Well, he's immortal, right? Because he lived for 400 years. Even though
yeah,
they
I
kill
mean,
him eventually.
you can kill him, but he doesn't. Yeah.
But he's in the immortal category. But
Yes.
yeah, Dracula is immortal.
Yep.
Hall of Fame.
And
Is this the one that would represent?
what?
Is the Gary Oldman the one that would
No, no.
represent
Well, he was a
Dracula
very
in the
good
Hall of Fame?
Dracula,
That's what I'm saying.
But Dracula
I think it would be just Dracula.
would be in a
the
Hall of
character.
A drawing of him.
Jason is in the Hall of Fame, and
Yeah, and
Oh,
he's
you're
played,
right.
played by
23
8
different people.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's 23. It's 22, sir.
well, so I picked this movie because I wanted Dracula to be in the Hall of Fame, and this was one of the better Dracula movies ever made. But watching this and thinking about it, I think we also have a case for Van Helsing to be, for the same reason, in the Protagonist Hall of Fame. He's Van Helsing in a lot of movies. He's got his own movie.
Hotel Transylvania.
Van Helsing.
Yeah, no, Van Helsing
And we get
has.
2 out of this movie.
So it is a horror movie podcast. Is my only pushback right here, and they haven't nailed a great Van Helsing. I don't know, man. I'm on the fence on this Dracula, but Dracula needs to be in it, right?
Dracula
Dracula
going to be
needs
in
to
the
be
Hall of Fame.
Because he's been in the movie. What you say, 100 and something?
Over 100. I read over 200 Dracula movies.
Okay, and
Van Helsing
Helsing's
is
been in a bunch
in
too, right?
at least 100 of them.
Agreed. That's a good short lister.
Yeah, we'll
More
deep dive
dive it.
more into Van Helsing's lore. I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll put him on the short list. for
Put him on the
sure.
short list.
Okay.
Props.
No, I
I
mean,
feel like I got a lot of lobbying to do.
no,
for the
you
rest
don't
of
have
the
much
year.
lobby. It's
Van
going to
Helsing.
come down to who's on that short list when it comes time. Can we get
well,
enough
we'll see.
votes?
We'll see. Movie props. Easy.
That armor.
That armor.
Yeah,
That armor's
in.
I would say that, or maybe some of the costumes, like Nina and Lucy's costumes, just because the costume design won.
I think-
makeup effects won like Oscars.
Dracula in London was a good costume. Dracula in Transylvania was a good costume. Like,
Yeah,
there's a lot of good costumes, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could pick. Maybe that first one, the red one, the red cloak with the super long train where he's got that widow's peak. Like, if you
The
just put
butt.
that on a mannequin
yeah.
at a horror convention, I think I could pick it out. The armor, you could
Easy.
put that in somebody's closet, and I could.
Dude, I'd wear that.
I'd be like, they'd see me coming out of their closet with that armor.
I'd wear that to work.
Renfield's straight jacket.
That was really cool. Like the
Yeah.
design, but
Maybe, but that would make me think of Freddy, even though the coloring's off, the big long arms, or
that was-
Beetlejuice.
that was super
With the
Tim Burton-y,
hammers.
right?
Yeah, it was.
But it was really like seriously, one of the best designed costumes in the entire thing, but like such a inconsequential character in this movie.
Yeah.
How about some of the fake blood, like a vial of Dracula's blood? I don't know. Can't pick it out from other blood because blood's blood, but
Maybe that
He didn't have a
that
sword
big cross
with the sword out of
with
it.
the sword in it.
Yeah, that's
Or
important.
out of it, probably. If you
Yeah,
see
that's
like
what I mean,
that
like,
gash in
yeah.
that circle part,
Did you say gas?
hatchet wound.
there's all kind of gashes out
Wow.
there. All right. So I think
There's all kind of gashes
any more
out there.
props?
I'm thinking there was not like a sword or anything. The homeboy's knife was impressive, but like you wouldn't pick it out for, Quincy's knife was like, shit,
There
man.
was
What
no,
are you
like,
do?
Thick
there was
enough to
no,
cut a head off.
There was no like steak in the
The steak
movie,
was
right?
metal.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's like the big thing with Dracula is like steak in the heart.
Yeah.
They staked Lucy.
But I think the original lore is to stake them into the coffin so they can't get out.
Okay.
Not to actually kill them. To kill them, you got to burn them, cut their head off. But I don't know.
Maybe
rules
shoot
have
'em.
changed. Every goddamn movie comes out.
Right? Silver.
Silver. That's werewolves.
No, and blade vampires are silver
blade
too.
vampires.
And underworld vampires.
All
Sorry.
right.
I got some lore.
Final thoughts.
We got gore score, right?
Oh, gore score. Yeah. What we got? The
At least a 5.
cut
Talk
in
me
the
up.
neck,
Yeah.
stabbing at the end.
The throat
was
wound.
pretty fucking gory. When Lucy spits blood all over Van Halen.
Slicing open
Van
your chest
Helsing.
and
That was
having
when Guar opened for Van Halen.
That was pretty bloody.
slicing open your chest with your thumbnail, and that was kind of gross.
Yeah, the baby thing.
The
Was that
baby, the child.
implied gore.
Yeah, they were going to
Implore?
eat that baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that baby's getting
I
got.
had
That was a-
5, but
Yeah.
we talked up higher.
I was thinking
Yeah, I
like
think
5 as well.
You can get me higher, but I started at 5.
Yeah,
5?
5 it is.
5 it is. All right.
Anything else?
I got
What other categories we got?
That was
I mean, we have, did the ending stick the landing?
yeah.
That's one we usually talk about. I mean,
Good enough.
Yeah,
it's a
sure.
good ending.
Sure.
We don't know what happened.
Can
to
we
it.
Finally does end, which was nice.
let's do a real fast, like, can we talk about, is there a better example of Dracula in your minds?
No.
Oh, did the Simpsons do a House of Horrors?
There were Burns. I think Burns played right off of this movie, right?
Yeah.
In that one. So the miniseries, the British miniseries on Netflix is super good, like for Dracula.
Which one?
It's just called Dracula.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. And Voyage of the Demeter, last Voyage of the Demeter. That was a good Dracula movie and pretty good Dracula in it.
But this Dracula was all those Draculas.
That's true. That's very true. And
Yeah, it was all of
that's-
them.
it's almost the problem with it, to be honest with you, based on nowadays movies. It's like he dug too wide of a well instead of a deep enough in anything, right? I think
Well, I think we're used to like
you're right.
one way or the other.
Yeah, this one was just, it felt long. And maybe even the end where they're like trying to beat sundown and that final climax, that final battle seems super rushed, in my opinion.
It seems short. I
Compared to some of the other scenes. Yeah. So it's like that could have been beefed up quite a bit. But yeah, Gary Oldman was fantastic in this.
Yeah.
Over the
He
top,
really was.
as he should have been.
I mean, yeah, I think some of it was over the top. I think his was really good, and some of it, underacted, I guess you could say, but from Keanu's point of view. But
Just Keanu. Poor Keanu.
I think both
well-
you guys gave this a 7. I gave it a 3.
Ooh. I mean,
little
what if it
harsh.
was an hour and 45? Would you have given it a 6?
I'd have given it a 4. I mean, I appreciate like the acting job done, the sets and the costumes, the practical effects of it. It's just a story that I just don't care about, and it doesn't resonate with me. And like, there's not like sometimes even in like some shitty horror movies, you can like relate to a character. I can't relate to any of these people.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just one of those things that just never.
So it drags it down.
Dracula just altogether just has never been something I've really cared to deep dive into. And this movie was like probably good. And, critics liked it. And, the fan score is even higher than the critic score. And I think, it's just the subjectivity of movies where a lot of this felt like a stage play, which is fine. It felt Shakespearean at times. And, if you're into that kind of thing, you're going to really like this. But I'm just not into the Shakespearean part of it,
Apocalypse Now sort of did some scenes where there were cutaways, where there was more experimental stuff too. So circling back to, it was Johnny Depp that Coppola wanted to play Dracula, but the studio felt he was not a big enough star at the time.
Johnny Depp?
Well, that's according to my quick Google search.
He could do it now. I think you needed an age that Gary Oldman hit.
That's true. He was young, right? But yeah, Gary Oldman wasn't a superstar at the time either.
No,
so that's
JFK might have been. He was in some stuff, but JFK probably put him on the map.
But a lot of his stuff came after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Professional was after. Well, True Romance, The Professional, that was after this.
Okay.
Did you see? We got a lot of conversation.
Did you guys see the hospital drama, Dr. Acula?
Don't. Hey! I went to a doctor. That's one of my favorite Mitch Hedberg things. Yeah, he's like, I went to a doctor and he just.
I'm gonna get Blackula the next time.
He kept trying to suck on my neck. Do not go see Dr. Acula.
Do not go see Dr. Acula.
Yeah, that's one of my faves.
All right, who's the next? Is
it me?
I think it's
All
Justin.
right.
Did you come prepared?
I did come prepared. I came prepared. I've got a friend named Patrick. You guys haven't met him, but we've discussed this movie. You may have.
I may have.
He said he would come on this podcast if we did Event Horizon. And I've secured him for next Sunday to record Event Horizon. So we're doing 13 Ghosts. No, we're doing Event Horizon. I like it. It's disturbing. It's sci-fi plus horror. It's psychological. It's hell. There's all kinds of stuff in it. It pairs well with Hellraiser in a weird way, which was my last one.
One thing I would recommend, I don't know if
remorse had buyer's remorse doing.
Yeah, I did.
When I watched that movie back, I think it was on DVD, was easier to do. That scene where they're watching the video, you like frame by frame it. There's some fucked up shit going on in there. I don't know if you can do that.
I think you can Google it. You can Google what is in it, and I'll try to watch it. But I have heard the same thing where you do see like some
because you see it and it all goes by so fast, and your brain is like, was that a woman fucking a man from behind?
That's called.
I couldn't have been.
That's called pegging, Charlie, and it's perfectly natural.
I'm sure.
Okay, it does not make you any way. No, I'm joking, guys. I've never been pegged yet.
Yeah,
today.
This is going to be a first-time watch for me on the Horizon. Not
what,
watching
me being
you get pegged. I need to make sure there's a big pause in there.
I'm not watching. Comma.
It's going to be my next
this
pick.
time.
Justin gets pegged.
All right,
it's a 3-hour movie, guys.
It's actually the shortest one we've ever done because anyway. So that is my pick. Event Horizon.
Right,
we got Sam Neill from Jurassic Park and some other people in there too.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh yeah, Morpheus is up in there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's the protagonist, if you will.
Yeah.
What year was that? Did anybody look that up?
Event Horizon?
Yeah.
1997.
You just told us about it.
1997.
Lawrence Fishburne was going to be the first choice to be the
Dracula?
Sam Jackson character in Pulp Fiction, and his agent told him not to do it. Said, if you do it, you'll never be a leading man. If you play second fiddle to John Travolta in Pulp Fiction, you'll never be a leading man ever. You'll just be like the second guy and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been a good movie for him, but I think
actually, here's the
Sam
fun
did it
connection.
better, and he's had a good career since.
Would have been fine. I think Sam brought the right energy. I think he could bring that
Big
Tarantino energy.
But big what if, though, if Sam Jackson doesn't get that role?
Yeah, maybe Lawrence becomes his it guy for other movies, Django and what have you.
Yeah.
Shit, what were we? Wasn't Lawrence in Apocalypse Now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, there's another connection right
and
there.
He's in fucking Nightmare 3, right?
Yes, he is.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3, yeah.
All right, let's save it for the pod.
Save it for the pod, guys.
Yeah. So, this will be a first-time watch for me. I've never seen Event Horizon.
Okay. Those make me nervous. I'm always like...
no Dracula, no vampires.
Yeah, and it's... I don't remember if it's short or not.
An hour and 36 minutes.
Some slashing.
That's perfect.
It's perfect.
It's right up your wheelhouse.
Yep.
Alley. butthole, whatever. We'll cut that. Anyway. Hey,
right.
let's let Mike take us out.
All right, go ahead.
Unless Charlie's prepared.
No.
All right, guys.
The master.
It's his thing.
Oh,
It's not my thing. It's just something to
thing.
do.
He gets precious about it.
I don't care. You can do it. I don't give a shit. It's not. I'm not married to it. Thank you all for listening to the All Guts So Gory podcast. If you like what we do here, the best thing you can do for us is rate and review wherever you get your podcast. Share with your friends. If we do one of the movies, if one of your friends is a big Dracula person, share this with them. See if they like it. See if they like having opinions on our takes or anything. And if you follow us on Spotify, make sure you actually do follow. You want to make sure you don't miss your favorite horror movies being broken down by us. 1970, 1974 movie draft coming up this week as well. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, allgutssogorypod. And next week we'll be back with Event Horizon with special guest Patrick
Ewing.
Patrick Ewing
Bateman.
from the New York Knickerbockers.
He's a saint, actually. All right. Well, for Charlie and Justin, I am Mike. This is All Guts So Gory. Andy, take us home.
This is the end, friend.